What's going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the truth about new construction homes in the Winston-Salem area. Let's get into it. My name is Ramon.Lomeli. I'm a local realtor and the team leader of the Smart Move Group brokered by eXp Realty here in Winston-Salem, as well as all the surrounding areas. A few people have asked me about making a video about new construction homes, and I did one a while ago, but this is going to be the 2023 update. Things have definitely changed, especially when it comes to availability and even prices. And during 2020 and 2021, a lot of builders actually changed their policies, so we'll get into that a little bit as well. By the way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything having to do with the Winston-Salem area, feel free to call me, shoot me a text. I'm always available. Number on the screen, that's my cell phone directly. It's right there. It comes right to me. No one else answers that phone. And before we run head first into today's content, I did want to mention that in the about section below, if you're still interested in new construction homes after this video, I'm going to have a link to show you what new construction homes are available throughout the Winston-Salem and surrounding areas. And if you're not a fan of new construction homes, I'll also include a list of other homes in the Winston-Salem area that are not new construction, just so you can see what's going on out there in the real estate market in Winston-Salem, and maybe you can compare it to what's going on in your neck of the woods. New construction homes are really popular in the Winston-Salem area, and that's for a few reasons. Number one, there's a ton of people migrating to North Carolina as a whole, and Winston-Salem seems to be one of the places that they are landing. And because interest rates seem to be rather high, a lot of sellers, because they have to buy something else, they're like, well, I don't want to sell my house right now. So the only solution for that low inventory problem that we're having here in Winston-Salem is to build some more houses. Now, to touch on what we mentioned earlier, it seemed that most builders allowed you some kind of customization before the pandemic. As early as 2020, 2019, and before, they would allow you a lot of customization. A lot of those builders have stopped. Not all of them. There's still some out there that still let you do it, but a lot of those builders have stopped. They basically say, this is the house, you want it or you don't, take it or leave it kind of thing. And that was for a few reasons, you know, mainly the supply chain issue, but also they had their pick of the litter. Everyone was moving here. People were buying homes left and right. So they didn't really have to incur any extra expenses because people were just taking the homes the way they were. Another difference that I've noticed is that during 2020, 2021, a lot of the builders were not selling what we call inventory homes. You were having to wait 6, 8, 12 months before you could actually move into the home that you purchased. Because of the supply chain issues and the home had to be built, it was taking a lot longer. Before that, maybe in 2019 or before, they actually had what were called inventory homes, which were homes that were ready to go. If you want to move in today, you can buy this one. If you want to build and pick your own stuff, you can build on this piece of land here. So they had those options, and that's something that we really didn't see during 2020 and 2021, but we were seeing in 2019, and we're seeing it again now. And now in most cases, you're going to get the option when you walk into a model home to buy a home that's already been done and the finishes are already there and you already picked and it's ready to be moved into. Or you can say, I want this home on this lot with this kind of finishes. Let's get into the pros and cons, or the benefits and the downside of new construction homes in the Winston-Salem area. So one big pro or one big benefit of a new construction home is a lot of times they offer really awesome incentives. Most of the bigger builders around here are gonna say, hey, if you buy a home within this time frame, we're gonna give you X amount of money towards your showroom, meaning that they're gonna include money in your deal so that you can go and buy some upgrades and pick out some upgrades without them coming out of your pocket. Also, if you work with the preferred lender of whatever builder it is, you're gonna get usually a better interest rate, a lower interest rate. They might even pay your closing costs. So the incentives of buying a new construction home are definitely there. We have a lot more benefits to go, but I did want to mention real quick, if you're getting any kind of value out of this video, I would really appreciate it if you go down there, hit that like button, leave me a comment where you're watching this video from, but above all, subscribe. Those kinds of things really keep me motivated to keep pumping out these videos for you. Also, I do have that relocation guide in the about section below. It's a great resource if you're moving to the area or if you're just gonna come to visit. Things to see, things to do, places to eat, all kinds of fun stuff. Another pro of new construction homes is gonna be low maintenance. Because it's a new construction home, everything's been checked by the city, it's checked by the general contractor that's building the home. You can even get a home inspection, but everything's brand new. So the odds of something breaking or you needing to replace something really soon are gonna be very low. Also, in the event that something does go wrong, every builder that I've ever worked with offers some kind of home warranty. Now, some builders just offer like a 12-month warranty, which is, it's okay, it's something, but some builders offer 5, 10, 15-year warranties. Some of them offer 10-year warranties on the roof, on the HVAC, 15-year warranties on the appliances, then there's structural warranties. In fact, some of the ones we work with will do an 11-month checkup so that before the warranty runs out, you get a chance to go back through with the builder and see if everything's still okay. They'll even offer to repair cosmetic things like nail pops, and in some cases they'll leave you with small samples of the paint. So if you scuff up your walls when you're moving in, you have some paint to cover it up. And some even leave you extra tile or extra flooring, things of that nature. In case something happens, you have some extras to replace it with. Another benefit of a new construction home is you don't really have a need to modernize or update your home. These builders definitely have a sense of style when it comes to designing these new homes. So unless you really want to, you don't really need to update or modernize anything because everything's gonna be done according to today's trends and what's popular right now. And moving on, another benefit of new construction homes in the Winston-Salem area is your ability to customize the home. So it's gonna depend on your price range, and it's definitely not all builders, but some builders that we work with here in the Winston-Salem area definitely allow you some level of customization. As I mentioned before, in 2020 and 2021, they kind of did away with a lot of that stuff, but it's definitely coming back now. And it's actually kind of a fun experience, a little stressful. I went through that personally with my wife. You basically talk to the lender, find out how much money over the price of the home you can go. It could be as cheap as a few $1,000s, but you could really spend $10, $20, $30, $40,000 in upgrades before you know it. So definitely have a plan before you go in there. But you get to pick everything from the color of the floors, the different types of floor, whether it's LVT, whether it's hardwood floors, whether you want tile or carpet. Who wants carpet? But you know, it's an option. On the countertops, you get your choice between different levels of granite or quartz, different colors, different styles. You get to pick the color of the cabinets, you get to pick the color of the hardware, you get to pick the shape of the sinks, whether you want one sink or two, light fixtures, backsplashes, appliances, even something as small that you never think of like hardware, like the pulls on the drawers. You get to pick it all, which is really fun. It is a little stressful, like I said, but I'd rather have that option than not. Another benefit of new construction homes is going to be that they're more efficient than older homes. Energy efficiency has become a hot topic as of late, and new construction homes are going to have the highest end level of energy efficiency available, unless you're doing a crazy custom build with like super insulated windows and super, insulated basement or something. But you know those old homes with the single pane windows that you could feel the draft through? Yeah, that's definitely not the case here. They've got the highest end new construction windows that are dual pane. They got the gas on the inside. They look kind of a hazy green almost color. Another benefit of new construction homes, another pro of new construction homes in the Winston-Salem area is going to be kind of the competition, I like to call it. Between say $250,000 and $450,000, there's probably 10 or 15 different builders. So you get your pick of the litter, you get to pick what area you want, you get to see what's going on over here, what's that community like, what does this community offer, HOA, no HOA, 3-tab roof, architectural shingle, community pool, no amenities. I want to be on this side of Winston, I want to be on that. You get a lot of options is what I'm saying. There's a lot of builders right now in this area. And I'm not sure if that's the case in all places around the country, but definitely here because we're having a ton of people migrate to the Winston-Salem area. The next benefit is going to be not only do you have your choice of builders, but each builder is going to have 5, 10, 15 different floor plans to choose from. So depending on your lifestyle or what you like to do, if you have any hobbies, you need a loft, you need a bonus room, you need an office, you're going to have a lot of different options as far as what kind of floor plan works best for you. More traditional floor plans, more open floor plans. And there are even some floor plans that don't really make sense to me, but it's up to you guys, whatever floor plan works for you. Another benefit of these new construction homes is that a lot of them are being built in neighborhoods with community amenities like a clubhouse, maybe a pool, maybe walking trails, maybe a playground for the kids, maybe even a dog park. So that's always a nice feature to have. The neighborhood where we live in doesn't really have anything of the sort. And another benefit of new construction homes, and the final one for today, unless you can think of one, is going to be the location of these new construction builders. And I say that because a lot of them are being built in very popular locations, meaning they're going to be close to all kinds of grocery stores and shopping, close to highways. So they place them strategically, obviously. Next, we're going to talk about the negatives or the downsides of new construction homes in Winston-Salem. So tell me what you think about that. I just want to remind you guys real quick, I do have that free relocation guide in the about section if you're thinking about coming to the area. As always, I would really appreciate it if you like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I know I sound like a broken record, but it really helps a lot, I promise. So con number one, or downside number one, smaller lots. In these new construction neighborhoods, you're not gonna get 5, 10 acres. You're not even gonna get 1 acre unless you are really in a higher end price range. Most often, in most cases, you're looking at 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, maybe even 0.6 if you get that lucky corner lot that everyone really wants in the cul-de-sac, Number two, most of these new construction homes, once again, depending on the price range, but most of them are going to be built on a slab. So if you're looking for some extra space for storage or for further spreading out the house in the future, this may not work for you because these are going to be on slabs. I think they're called stem slabs, where they run the plumbing and the electrical through the slab. Number three, another con or downside of new construction homes in the Winston-Salem area is that some of the builders don't allow the customization. Some of the builders still think that we're in 2020 or 2021, where it was a seller's market and they could do whatever they wanted. And that's just not the case anymore. So a lot of them still don't offer the customization that they used to, or maybe they never did. So that is a con to look out for, and I'll point you in the right direction if that's important to you. The next negative or downside that we're going to talk about is unexpected cost. And I can speak to this directly because even after I've helped so many people buy new construction homes, when it came time for me to buy new construction homes, I didn't think, or I was so busy or whatever, I just didn't think of this. But when you buy a new construction homes, there are some things that don't come included. In our case, it was the refrigerator and the blinds. And blinds, I don't know the last time you looked on Amazon or went to Lowe's and shop for blinds, but they're not cheap, especially when you have 15, 20 windows, 30 windows in your house, whatever amount of windows it was. 50, 80, $120 a pop, especially if it's the longer one. And obviously the refrigerator, we couldn't have a really nice kitchen with a stainless steel stove and dishwasher and microwave and not get a stainless steel refrigerator. And the size that they cut out was the larger size refrigerator, so it wasn't cheap. Thankfully, my wife is really thrifty and she was able to get some really good deals on the fridge, so no big deal there. But those are some costs that I didn't see coming, and thinking back on it, I really should have. So I'm hoping you don't make the same mistake that I did. So the next con or downside of building a new construction home, or new construction homes in the Winston-Salem area, is probably the most common, the one I hear people complain about the most. And that's gonna be that they're all cookie cutter homes. And usually what people mean by that when they say that is that they all look alike. Thankfully, the builders now have rules in place to where they won't put the same floor plan next to each other, or they'll have a similar floor plan, but they'll like invert it so it's like the same, but it's like mirror image, if that makes sense. They also differentiate them by different color shingles, different color siding, different accents on the outside, even different color downspouts, but it still has the same feel. And you know, every third house is practically identical because there's like 2 or 3 color palettes that everyone chooses. So even though it's not exactly a cookie cutter neighborhood, it still kind of feels like that, and a lot of people don't like that. We live in what you would call a cookie cutter neighborhood. There is a lot of variety of homes in our neighborhood. Now they're all 2-story, they're all, you know, 3, 4, 5 bedrooms. Most of them are vinyl, some are brick. And honestly, we don't mind that much, but if it's important to you to not be in a cookie cutter home, I totally get it, and there are some other options for you. And then another negative for you guys, or another downside of new construction homes in the Winston-Salem area, is going to be that if you are getting that community clubhouse or that pool or that walking trail, whatever the amenity is, there's more than likely going to be an HOA, because it's got to be paid for somehow, right? And if there's an HOA, then there's all these rules. You can't have a truck like this, you can't paint your house that color, you have to ask permission for a fence, you got to make sure that the storage building is of this type of material. It's a lot. So if you're not a fan of HOAs, or you're not used to living inside of an HOA, then maybe we'll put you either in an older home with no HOA or in a new construction home with no HOA. That one was definitely very important to me because I've had bad experiences with HOAs personally in the past. Some people really love HOAs, but I think most people probably don't like HOAs. Let me know what you think, or if you guys are fans of HOAs or not. And here's an interesting statistic for you. In 2022, the average price of all homes built in 2022, the average price sold rather, was $396,000. The median price in Winston-Salem is $280,000 to low 300s, I would say. So new construction homes are definitely going to be a little bit more higher end. So that's good because it comes with all the best areas and all the nicer amenities and the nicer finishes on the inside and the nicer exteriors, also more square footage, things of that nature. But also, if you don't find what you're looking for in new construction, we can definitely put you on something that's maybe just a couple years old that will work just as fine, and you're not paying that premium price tag for. Before you leave, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you need anything at all, I'm always just a phone call away. Feel free to call me at this number right here. If you got some time, check out some more videos about Winston-Salem on the main channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.